Just having a look at the symbols in the new 5.2 FAC Deck. I just want to quickly show you some of these. So we have 4 different symbols, and the symbols come into effect to affect speed, power in regards to getting sack flies away, pitches holds, and also fielding. We have the first one up here, and the speed effects are the little round buttons, and we have 3 different colors. We have black, and that's pretty much any one, blue, and red. So the speed effect comes into effect with the player's jump rating. So anyone who's got a no jump rating of 0 through to jump rating of 19 has black. So this is the smallest or the lowest color, the black one. Blue is next, and they'll have a jump rating between 20 and 49. So any players with a jump rating of 20-49 will qualify for a blue dot, and any jump rating 50 plus, the speedsters, will be red dot. So if we have a look at where they come in generally on ground balls, fly balls sometimes in terms of needing to tag up or score, or sometimes if a pitcher is trying to throw out a base runner in terms of a pick-off or something like that, the speed may come into play there. You see down here we have 6 cards, and this is one side of the card, and this card is dealing with ground balls, and it's basically dealing with ground balls in relation to the speed of the runner. Now these don't come up all the time on the ground balls, but when they do come up, it might be a situation where you need to check one of these cards. What you'll need to do, if the situation is right and the base runner qualifies through his jump rating, either red, blue or black, you will then roll 6-sided dice, pick the card that it is, and pick the situation. Is it a double play ball? Is it a fielder's choice? Is it just an out at first play? I'm going to see if I can find, here we go here. We've got a couple of examples here where this is a 6-4 fielder's choice, and it's got red, blue and black. We have a 1-6 fielder's choice here, from the pitcher to the shortstop. We got red and blue, and over here we got a 4-6 fielder's choice, red and blue. So for this to be, these dots to come into play, you would have to have someone on first, and you would have to be trying to get the fielder's choice out, or even a double play out at second base. Okay, so what we're dealing with here is we're dealing with the runner on first. Does he qualify with his speed with these 3 dots using the table here? So over here it would mean that all runners on first would need to then go and roll against a fielder's choice, whichever number you roll the dice of, and complete the play using this description here. Over here we've got a 1-6 play, so it's hit back to the pitcher. He's trying to get out at second base. Now a runner that has got a red dot or a blue dot, so a runner with a blue or red would be any runner on first with a jump rating of 20 plus. So it could be 20 through to 130 onwards sort of thing. It also works exactly the same with fly balls, but with fly balls you see these little symbols here. Now there's usually just one of these on a fly ball, and it's basically related to, can the runner on third tag up and score? In this case the X says no. Over here the tick says yes, but if the tick says yes, then also the deep fly to left field, and if there's a runner scoring from third, if there's a runner on second, any runner, because it's black speed, so black, blue and red qualify, any runner from second would get down to third. And over here we've got a deep fly to 9. We have the runner on third tagging up and scoring. if the runner on second base is blue plus, so jump 20 all the way to 100, etc., he'll score. Oh, sorry, he'll go from second to third. And if these are happening, then the runner on first, if he is a red or the fastest type of runner, the jump 50 plus can tag up and go from first to second. Let's see if I can find a double play ball. This one here is a double play. So again, we're dealing with the runner going to second base. And in this case, you would roll because it's all the three colors, and you'd roll against the double play and see if something happens. So for instance, if that came up, we would have to check if there was a throwing error on the second baseman trying to get the 4-6 play, because we know it's going to be a 4-6-3. We'd roll against the throwing error, the error rating of the second baseman. If it is an error, it's going to be a two-base error. So he's going to attempt to get the runner at second base, but there could be a throwing error involved because the speed of the runner getting down there. Now, generally on these, it's not going to be all the types. It's going to generally be blue or red, but that's how you work that out. Now, over here you can see you've got a ground ball to sac fly, and you've got, again, the black, the blue, and the red. Black being just from 0 power to 19, blue being from 20 power to 39, and red being 40 plus power. You see over here on the ground balls, if there's a runner on third base and you get this that qualifies you and there's less than 2 outs, then that ground ball is changed to a sac fly. So in this case, 4 to 6, that might go into center field onto right field. So it'd be a sacrifice fly to the outfielder instead of 4-6 out. So we can find another one. Over here, that's a 4-6-3 double play ball. So it would be a double play if there's a runner on first, except if there's less than 2 outs and there is a runner on third and the batter has power of red, which again is power 40 plus, so he's a slugger. He, instead of hitting on the ground, he's able to lift it into the outfield and it'll be a sac fly instead of a double play ball. In terms of these little arrows here, we have fielding checks. Now I need to go and find this, so I'll just go and find, I think it's page 46. We have fielding ground ball changes. So we can either change fielding up or down. So what I mean by that is you can have fielding which is a ground ball, which is an out at first. It can be changed up to a fielder's choice, or a fielder's choice can be changed upwards to a double play. Vice versa, a double play could be changed down to a fielder's choice, or a fielder's choice could be changed to just an out at first. So if we were to go back up here and we'll look for some of these. Here we go. In this instance, we got a 5-4 fielder's choice. So as a runner on first with less than 2 outs, we have an out at second on a 5-4 force out. But if the player is a blue or a red fielder, instead of being a 5-4 fielder's choice, we go up one to make it a 5-4-3 double play. So in this case, a blue fielder is a B minus fielder all the way through to an A plus fielder. But it's a D plus fielder all the way through to an A plus fielder. Any fielder from D to F, which is a black one though, it'll just remain as a 5-4. I'll see if I can find one that works the other way. And they're not on every one, as you can see. So this one here is a 3-6 fielder's choice. Now there's an error check on that first baseman, but if that doesn't happen, it's going to be a 3-6 and they'll get the runner at second base going towards second base. Now, if the fielder is a blue or a black, so if he's a D plus, an F to a D plus, or a B minus all the way back to an F, I guess you could say, it's not going to be a fielder's choice. It'll just be an unassisted 3 out at first base because the fielder's not good enough to make that play down at second base. Now there is one more symbol that comes up, and it deals with pitchers' hold ratings. And I'll try and find that for you. So there. So we have basically a pitcher's hold rating again in black, blue, and red. So it's the same colors. This one in brackets is trying to downgrade the out. So instead of being a 4-6 out at second base, it would just be a 4-3 if the pitcher's hold rating was a blue or less. And we'll try and find one if it upgrades it. So in this case here, if the pitcher's hold rating is a blue or a red, it hasn't got the brackets around, it's going to be an upgrade. So instead of being a 5-4 fielder's choice, it'd be a 5-4-3 double play. And again, all these are on the symbols are on here. You just got to make sure that it is the right situation for that symbol to be activated. If it's not the right situation, you just ignore the symbol. So speed effects, ground ball to fly ball. We have fielding changes up or down, and ground ball changes from the hold rating. So basically these are to do with changing from double play to fielder's choice to out at first and vice versa. There are some other symbols that come up, and of course you would need to be able to have the right situation. Anything in purple on a fly ball you have to roll against. It is a possible error on a fly ball. If it's not an error on a fly ball, the fly ball may be caught, but there may be a possible error on the outfielder throwing the ball back. If there's a orange button, it's basically dealing with the outfielder's arms. So maybe being able to hold the runner, or being able to throw the runner out, or the base runner taking a risk. Exactly the same on fly balls. If the situation arises with that, you may be able to throw the runner out, going for home, or going for a base, or take a risk, or there may be a throwing error, etc. as well. So that's how those ones work. Pretty straightforward when you do get into it. There will be a couple of situations where you may see them on a running game, or something like here on the apostrophe. If the lead runner on base is a red, so he's got to jump a 40 plus, it could be a double steal. See if we can find any more here. If the lead runner is a red or a blue, so a jump of 20 plus, then we need to roll against the pitcher to see if he actually balks. So the speed can cause a balk. So things like that can happen. There is steals of home and things like that as well that can happen for red runners. So little things like that. That's how the new deck works. With the base running, an X would be you don't advance the extra base. A tick would be you do advance the extra base. This is the rating of the player, that and above that would advance the extra base. So that's the new thing. Hopefully that makes sense.